Moving on with the Brute Force 750 build, Rad Relocate time. This is from Rubber Down Products. We sell these, of course. We're going to install this kit. Comes with everything you need to install on the Brute Force. Now, we've been into this Brute Force. We've been tearing it apart, so everything is right here, easily accessible for us. It's a lot easier to work on this when you got the plastics off, and you know what? This whole thing comes apart in about 5 minutes. You can tear that whole front end off, the rack, everything, and bam, you're into everything. Not a problem. We're going to remove the rad fluid from it, and then we're going to get rolling on this baby. Always start high and work your way down. It's going to make a mess, and I hate rad fluid. I hate rad fluid. Can't stand this stuff. Been poisoned by it before. I won't get into that story right now. That's my Liquivac. I love that thing. Right down your throat. Yeah. Yeah, this goes right down to the bottom of the bike. So definitely we're gonna...
The whole radiator is gonna drain right up down.
Yep. That's okay because we're putting Evans waterless coolant in this baby. I'm getting rid of this stuff. And that, you know, I'm gonna just disconnect this fan here. You know, I haven't heard this fan come on since we got this bike. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll run some power through it. Check it out. Where's that overflow go? To the overflow bottle. Get that out of there. And got this wiring harness here. Well, this is the, so it was on the dirty one. Ah, maybe that's why it wasn't going. Disconnected. Might as well just give this a little test. And I have not heard that run since we got it.
It's pretty quiet though. But no,
You would hear, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd hear that. So take a look. Oh, that's obviously going to be running hot because that is pretty dirty. So we're going to give that a quick wash, flush. Yep. There's a lot on the back of this. Usually you blow it from the back side out, because that's where it collects. It goes out easier that way, but this one is just dirty, dirty. Don't use a real high power pressure sprayer. You'll damage it. I don't want to damage those cooling fins. There's a lot of dirt coming out of there, Simon. We put our plastics back on here, but we looked, and you know, some of these wires are going to be a little too short just off the main wiring harness. And we also had to install the supplied extension for the fan. So we just went ahead, did all that right now, just so we don't have to do it with plastics on top, because it's going to be really tight. This is an older model, this is an 06, so things are probably different with your newer bikes. But that's the way this one is. So we've extended our ground cable. There's one that sort of grounds out the odometer or the console here, and there are two to your coil, one of your coils, and then you know what, Simon, this isn't going to, oh, that might fit. We might have to extend that as well. We'll get to that in a little bit. But now we're going to put the plastics on. When you are doing this, you know, it doesn't really matter if you go off-road or not. Make sure you put heat shrink wire connectors or butt connectors on there. That way you're not going to run into any issues. You know, those little blue things there, you just squeeze and everything's left. Now everything comes in this little bag of tricks right here. There are carriage bolts. Where are they? You need to reinstall these. There's a little grommets that the radiator sits in. Just punch them in there. There we go. Well, that's nice. Everything just sort of fits in there. Check that out. Oh, I like that. Now, you can see on this upper rad hose, there is a section that's kind of curved. We need that. I'll show you why. Goes right here. That one. One more. I'm going to run those right up beside our snorkels. I'm also going to trim that out so when I need to pull these plastics off, I can just pull everything up and off without breaking into our rad system. I'm going to turn both of those so I can get at them if I need to. You spin right there. I just need to zip tie those to the frame. I'm just going to put that like that for now. And we'll trim that up after we get all our accoutrement on here. That's good. That's all that's going on. Sometimes those new hoses, that's all you get in them. All right. Last one. Oh, I like that. Okay, so we've got everything buckled up on this baby now. We've put everything back together. Our wiring's done. We routed our hoses as you guys saw. Now we're just going to put our Evans waterless coolant in here. I like this stuff on all my off-road rigs because it protects the engine against, I'm not going to say overheating, but when it overheats, that's when it starts to do its protecting. Especially with these machines, when you're packing that radiator even full of mud, there's going to get leaves and it's going to get all kinds of swamp and goo in it. It's just the way it is. I've been running this for years. I run it in my Razor, I run it in my sleds, and I really like it. The good thing also about it is it's kind of running with really no pressure, or very little pressure, we can just say that. I can heat this bike right up, normal operating temperature, pop the cap and it'll just give a little, and that's about it. It's not going to blow all over the place. And the reason I like that is if I ever don't remember to tighten a clamp, or you know, if something comes loose, it doesn't just blow it all out immediately like normal 50-50 coolant. And I have a tendency to do things like that. So yeah, I dig it. I use this stuff all the time. And we're gonna use it again today. This is a mirror this bike a little higher than it was before. Of course, I know this is going to just spill all over the place. Hey? Okay. And that's the rubber down Rad Relocate install. It looks pretty darn good. I got to thank you guys for showing up as usual. You can buy this kit from us right through Powermodz. We'll ship all over the place. Down the States, all over the world. Just give us a call, give us an email, give us a text, give us a private message, join us on social media, and of course, subscribe on the YouTube. Lots coming. Custom bumper, winch install, new colors for the plastics, plastics trim, seat cover, new tires. We put this lift on it. Look how tall this thing is now. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love it. I love it. More to come. Nice. Okay, Simon.